We're here at Lasham, one of the UK's top centres for gliding. I've been here to do a 2-day course, a very intensive 2-day course as it turns out, taking me, an ordinary PPL, to flying a glider solo. The course is offered by Lasham Gliding Society, based at Lasham Airfield near Alton in Hampshire. It's a wonderful place. The Gliding Society owns the airfield and has made it a perfect haven for the sport. Gliding takes place there every day the weather allows. You can train to fly a glider from scratch, progress through the various badges and go on to compete in long distance races. You can even learn to fly aerobatics in a glider. However, for me the task was simpler, and that was to become proficient enough for my instructor, John Simmons, to let me go off for a solo flight, as he explains.
Well, I think this is a very good course for a PPL pilot who wants to experience a different form of flying. It will give him a fast track into solo flying in gliders, and the intensity of the course will ensure that his learning curve will be quite steep, but enable him to fly solo within a couple of days. The first day consisting of flights in a motor glider called a Falk, where we look at major differences between power flying and glider flights. Then the second day is in a glider, such as a K13 that I'm standing by now, where we start to look at real gliders flying, looking at spinning, aerotowing and actual circuits and landings.
Okay, so how hard can it be to fly a glider solo when you're already a pilot? Really, it comes down to 3 things. First, there's the takeoff. There are 2 methods of launching a glider, the winch launch, where a wire pulls you up, and the aerotow, which is what we were using. You've got to learn to balance the glider on the monowheel during the takeoff roll, and then stay perfectly positioned behind the tow aircraft before releasing the tow cable. Second, you have to learn to fly the glider and use the rudder lots. Those long wings create adverse yaw when turning, which has to be countered with rudder. Third, there's the approach to the airfield and the actual landing. We practiced and practiced all of these things during the 2 days until the moment came when John sent me off on my own.
Actually, no, I'm okay now. Practiced it 4 times, the aerotow. Each one getting better than the last. The last one was really quite nice. The actual sort of flying the aircraft is, yeah, it's nice. It's got some certain things you've got to remember. I keep over-ruddering. And then coming into the circuit, that's pretty straightforward. If you start getting too low, you have to remember to make a decision early. And on this airfield, you can land anywhere. So if I get too low, I just make a decision and land. The actual landings have been quite reasonable. So this is my first solo in a glider. I'm not really nervous.
Here we go. Okay. Oh, well, I'm alive. This has been a really intensive 2 days. Whose idea was it anyway? But whatever, this has been a fantastic experience and I can really recommend it if you want to do something different when you're flying. Try it.